This is the We Get Outdoors 6 in 16 interview series where we introduce you to some of the world's leading outdoor and adventure gear brands and the brains behind them. Your chance to get a real behind-the-scenes look into what's currently happening in the future for outdoor brands that you love. So, 6 questions, 16 minutes. Amber, are you ready?
Yes, I think so.
Awesome. So, Amber, who are you and why should we care?
So I'm not sure why you care at the moment, but my name's Amber. I am a producer director by trade, and I'm now the owner and kind of brains, if you could call it that, behind the Scenic Route Shop.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so what should our listeners know about the Scenic Route Shop?
So we are a lockdown startup, I guess you could call us. So we started in June 2020, and we originally thought about, being sustainable and wanting to do the right thing for the environment from the very start of our business. But quite quickly, I learned that actually we wanted to be responsible and not just sustainable. And I think that's something really important now that people should look out for when they're reading about companies. It's not just about sustaining, it's about being responsible for the actions they take. So I think it's really important for people to know that we do class ourselves as a responsible brand. And we are currently working towards only providing recycled accessories and clothing.
Yoo-wee. So this is your chance to throw some stones. So then what's the thing then that sets you apart from your competition?
So I think, first of all, it's our size. We are very small. It is pretty much just me at this stage. So it's quite a personal service. As much as I can, I do like to, add in personal additions where I can. So if I notice that you're delivering it to an address that's different to your own, I'll always offer to kind of put a note in, especially at the moment, if people are sending a gift. I try and be as personal as possible. But I think the main thing is that we are going recycled from the very beginning. We're not a business that is trying to adapt. We're trying to just start in the right way, basically. We could have started by buying, clothing that hasn't really come from a responsible source or was made from raw materials, which actually is easier, more accessible, and probably cheaper. But we've chosen to go for the harder option and actually go for what I think is the better option.
Awesome. So tell me, what's the big secret thing? And obviously it won't be a secret after you've told me, but what's the big secret thing you're currently working on that you think your customers will love?
I think at the moment it's more based on new products. So we've got quite a small range at the moment, but I am currently working on what we're going to be getting in for next autumn. So we are going to go a little bit more towards kind of outdoor gear rather than just everyday clothing. At the moment, it's very accessible. I wouldn't call it specialist clothing. It is just everyday clothing. But we are going to start to hopefully get stuff that's a little bit more aimed towards walking and hiking.
Fantastic. So we've obviously had COVID, which has been a bit of a sideball to the world. But what do you think the future of the outdoors and the outdoor industry is?
Well, I think everyone will appreciate it more so now than they ever have before, especially with, our daily walks, keeping everybody sane, I think. But I think as a business and from a kind of clothing and manufacturing side of things, I think we're going to see quite a big twist in the fact that people will be looking for more sustainable and responsible sourcing. So I feel like people are already starting to question where their things are coming from. So big companies are starting to give you a little bit more of an insight as to where their materials come from. And I've already noticed bigger companies giving more recycled options as well in terms of kind of clothing and equipment.
Cool. All right. Last question. So what's your message to all those people who get out in the outdoors?
I think my message would be to appreciate it because, we've had it taken away from us in a way as well with our lockdowns. So we really should appreciate everything we've got on our doorstep, because I think a lot of people traveled abroad to find things. And I think people have realized that actually, especially in the UK, we do have mountains, we do have beaches, we do have lakes, we do have a bit of everything. And you don't need to travel halfway across the world to find it. And the other thing I would say, especially for people who are kind of maybe a bit more new to the outdoors, especially with lockdowns and also a bit more kind of staycation. I think people just need to remember to leave it how they found it, not leaving rubbish behind, and respect it. Because if we look after it now, then hopefully it will be there, in the next 10, 20, 30 years to come for other people to enjoy.
Awesome. I'll pick that up with you in a second, but I love that. So I want to encourage everybody who watches this to go check out Amber, go check out the Scenic Route Shop, and visit all of their social media and websites. All of that's in the description below. Amber, thank you for your time today. And I hope that 2021 is a epically successful year for you and the Scenic Route Shop and everything you choose to do. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.